Well, hello, welcome back to A Course in Miracles 365, Awakening to Love. I'm Reverend Tomas Garza, and I'm traveling today. My wife Cindy and I are on a 2.5 week road trip, and we are currently in Western Oregon, in McMinnville, Oregon, where I lived for many years. And Cindy is from just down the road, only a few miles away. She grew up in this area, and we're staying here. And well, we're still proceeding with A Course in Miracles. Why? Our forgiveness lessons never stop. I like that red hat. It's the lamp behind me. Yeah. So here we are, and we're on lesson 27 here in the Manual for Teachers. And well, what is death? Let's talk about death, shall we? Yes. What is it? Perhaps it's helpful from the standpoint of this course to think about what it is not. What isn't it? Right? What is it? What is death, really? Well, here in the world, we're taught that everything has a season, that it's all changing, and that everything that is born dies. Truth, right? We are instructed that everything that is born dies, and we watch nature videos of animals and lions and hyenas and crocodiles devouring other animals and a leopard on the hunt, and we're fascinated by all of this. And we think, okay, it's the circle of life. It's just the way it is. Isn't it beautiful? Savage, devouring, eating. Yes. And we're just kind of desensitized to it, aren't we? We think, okay, this is the way it is. Now, if it applies to leopards and hyenas and a lion eating a wildebeest in Africa, doesn't it also apply to us? Right? Doesn't this wither and fall apart and cease to exist? Yeah. So, hence the fear that comes from death. If we identify as a body, of course, the body doesn't last. It doesn't last. We act as though it would, and we spend a lot of our time worrying about this. But what is death really? We raise it to be everything. And in fact, you could say, as A Course in Miracles suggests, that we have a worship of death and a practice of death because we make it so real for ourselves. Now, you cannot help it any more than I can help it, or any more than anyone who's raised in this world can help but to think this is our lot. This is the way it is. That's what we're taught growing up. That's what our biology textbooks tell us. That's what the nature videos tell us. That's what movies tell us. Right? That's what advertising tells us. And that's what we see. We've lost loved ones. We've all lost loved ones. I've lost loved ones. I mean, I have lost people that died in a very timely, ripe old age fashion, and people that died suddenly and joined the club, right? We've all experienced this in one form or another. And where is the message of hope here? Where is the positivity in all this? Well, it's in the fact that none of it is real. A Course in Miracles, being pure non-dualism, brings you a solution from outside the so-called circle of life. Only God is. God is. You've seen this a couple of times if you've been through the course, and it actually says it right here in the manual. What God creates is permanent, unchanging, deathless, all of that, all of that. And what has God created but the Son of God, the extension of God, the thought of God, you, me, your worst political enemy, your most beneficial political ally, all of that, everybody, everyone, every living thing. Remember, in several lessons here in the workbook, and if you've not been through it, well, then I'm referring to lessons 201 to 220 in the workbook, where Jesus has us repeat with Ryan an idea that I really hope sticks in your mind. It's intended to stick in your mind and become firmly entrenched there so that you raise to question everything that you've been taught about who you are. Oh, what else? I mean, why else are you here? Right? I'm not offering all of the worldly pleasures. I'm not offering decadent chocolate sundaes. This is about A Course in Miracles. I'm not offering you a brand new Mercedes Benz, a $2 million home in Santa Barbara. I'm not offering that. So why are you here but for this message that the Son of God is guiltless, guiltless, sinless, forever free. You are guiltless. May not sink in right away. But that's what repetition of this message is for. Lessons 201 through 220, the statement that's a famous part of A Course in Miracles says, I am not a body. I am free, for I am still as God created me. This is not the Son of God. So when you look on your own physical body in the mirror, when you look on other people's physical bodies, that is not the Son of God. God didn't make this. We're fond of saying in the world, oh yes, God made the trees and all of the animals and the time clock that I punch every day. Sure. Nah, no. The Son of God, the creation, one creation of God is deathless, permanent. Anything that has to do with this world of impermanence is to be, in the end, forgiven and let go. That is the spiritual path. And as we see right here in the manual, there's no journey at all, really. We're not going anywhere. Why? We've been created by God and we're home. So rather than a path or a journey, which I use, by the way, in teaching all the time, it's a very, very handy tool, isn't it? To think about the spiritual path, your own walk, that kind of language, a journey, a process, which it is, right? Awakening is a process. What it really is an awakening. We're at home exactly where we've always been, and we're simply awakening to that. We call that awakening a path. This is a very critical and central idea, so no wonder it's toward the end of the manual for teachers. There are a couple of ideas left, a couple of questions left, and well, it's an important one. The physical body that suffers all kinds of aches and pains, that gets sick, that develops illnesses and ailments, and 1 minute looks great, the next minute doesn't look so great. All of that. That is not the Son of God. You are not a body. You don't have to believe me, but You're watching this and you're interested in A Course in Miracles, which, by the way, just presents it like it is. You are not a body, and you are free. You are just as God created you. So I do hope that you question everything that the body's eyes show you, that the body's senses show you. Anything impermanent was not created by God at all. So, what do we do with all of this impermanence? Well, forgive, forgiveness, extend love, and take lessons like this one, that we're not a body, to heart. Take them to heart, because in the end, your experience of who you really are will show all of this to be true. Doesn't matter how incredible or unbelievable or BS it may seem right now. You are not a body. Jesus reassures you. So if he can confidently, 100% certainly reassure you of that, so can I. And so can you. You can reassure yourself. Yes? The Son of God is guiltless and free. Thanks a lot, guys. We'll see you again.